Ooh, an excellent connection. Isn't that what we want? Excellent. An excellent connection. What's going on? Welcome, everybody. How are we all doing on this brisk day? And it is brisk. Make no bones about it. It's a brisk day. Still haven't changed that thing on Facebook. Really got my act together. Oh yeah. Hello from Indiana. I bet it's pretty cold in Indiana today. You should be sleeping because it's 12:30 a.m. for you. Well, that's technically the morning, so maybe you're just an early bird. Hello from Pennsylvania. Hi, everybody. Yeah, pretty cold. 70 in Tampa. Nice. It's the weekday, so I assume what we should do is learn. Last week we learned that platypuses sweat milk. We learned that spiders have paws. Just think of this as school, but better. Things that you can actually use. Oh, thank you, Rita. Hello from Arizona. That's what this is. This is just school that with facts that you can tell people that makes them go, Connecticut. How do you like driving in Connecticut, Christine? Because for me, it was a nightmare. Good morning from Alabama. Super cold, 40 degrees today. That's cold for Alabama, that's for sure. Maryland, train master in Maryland here. It's cold, but not freeze your nostrils cold. Salmon in Idaho, 28 degrees. Blink once and I'll quit my job. I don't know. Do you want to quit your job? You have the capacity within yourself to quit your job if you want to. Aggressive driving in Connecticut. Nothing will ever beat Texas when it comes to driving, but Connecticut's up there. I saw a guy in Connecticut absolutely drunk driving. I was coming back from a show and he was all over the road, and I was trying to call the police to say, hey, there's somebody out here that's should not be driving. I don't actually remember what happened, but it was kind of scary. Do I ever go on tour? Yes, I tour all the time. Last year we went to a lot of different cities. Next year I'm going to go to more and different cities. Morning. Wisconsin. No, I've not come to Wisconsin, but I'd love to. I'll put it on the list. Thanks, Matt. 31 with a feels like of 21. I'm coming to Woodstock, New York the 22nd. I was showing Woodstock, New York, and I really have forgotten about the cold. Fort Liberty, North Carolina. Hello. I'm from the UK. Everybody's here. Good morning, everyone. Kansas City. Yeah, I've been to Kansas City, but I'll come back, definitely. This is my morning ADHD caffeine. There's I read somewhere, and I brought this up the other day. If you have ADHD and you have autism, if you treat the ADHD, it makes your autism come out more. Isn't that an interesting thing? Isn't that an interesting thing that life, little curveball that life likes to throw you? Come back to Atlanta. I want to come to the punchline, yeah. Let's get this small talk with the weather out of the way. That's right, Country Quill. Let's talk about how, I was going to say penguins. Platypuses sweat milk. All right, what can we learn today? I should bring this parka, but it's huge. Minot, you're in Minot. Oh my God. This is my. Good morning, Rob. You can use your Roombas as coasters. Oh, I got a heart. I got a heart on my head. All right, let's try to find Sky Buggy's here. Party's here. Perth. You're in Perth, Western Australia. Netherlands. Man, you guys are all over the place. South Dakota. Oh, thank you, Bethany. I got another heart. Janice sent me a heart. Thank you. All right. If you hung out with us yesterday, you saw me deep fry a lot of things. No, air fried. I air fried a lot of things. And we learned a very important lesson. Don't let the world tell you what you need to eat. The world doesn't want you to be happy. They don't care. They want you to conform. And yesterday we found out that if you put cheese on a banana, you put it in an air fryer, it tastes good. These are some very important facts. If you air fry a banana for less than 3 minutes, it brings out the clam. It makes it taste real clammy. If you want to go like 8 minutes, it really takes out the clam. So if you like clam, if you like your bananas pretty clammy, just go for more than 3 minutes, or go for less than 3 minutes if you like it clammy. Okay. Remember, cheddar cheese and a Mexican blend of cheese goes well with bananas. Oh, your mom would give you a banana and cube cheese together for school. All right, there you go. All right, we're going to find some facts today. Welcome to school, where we learn things that makes you weed out your friendships. Yeah, you can do small talk with people around you, or you can be like, hey, have you ever touched a dirty turtle? And then if that person's like interested, then you'll continue to hang out with them. If they're like, oh, you friggin' weirdo, then you know that they're a bad seed. Well, let's learn scary facts about space. Okay, let's do scary facts about space. Ooh, up top, the 7 most terrifying things in space. With that headline, you better bring it. Oh God, an incoming mega comet. So it's not just a comet, it's a mega comet. It's 85 miles big. They're calling it a monster snowball, which really takes away the fear. In about 4 billion years, our Milky Way galaxy will merge with the neighboring Andromeda galaxy in what apparently will be a collision. I don't think any of us are going to be here, so it's not that scary. Somebody's saying I look pregnant. That's an interesting. Do I? How do you look pregnant in the face? Is that where you just look tired? Could be. Once your coffee accidentally spilled onto a spoonful of mayonnaise, you ate it and it was good. Nice. Okay, so we're gonna have a collision. I feel like that's going to be a heck of a movie. Do you guys think aliens exist? 11 scary facts about space. Something we cannot see. Maybe space has a smell. Okay. Space. This is what space smells like, in case any of you have ever considered going. Space carries a distinct odor, a little like gunpowder and sulfurous. Sulfury gunpowder. Oh, Laura says aliens exist. We're getting a lot of aliens exist. All right. Have I ever had a paranormal experience? Well, that's a great question, Brittany. Let me tell you about my childhood. So I grew up in a place that had it was in a neighborhood, but it also had some acreage. Like I had a big backyard. And the house, before we owned it, and by we I mean my parents, and by my parents I mean the bank, the person that owned it beforehand, actually this is the details that I'm including in this are ridiculous. Basically the house was really nice before they bought it, and then I guess it had gone downhill because the man that had owned it with his wife, he had I don't know how to say, like he had decided to no longer live, but he did that in the garage. And the garage was underneath where I slept. So I was constantly worried about paranormal experiences. And at one point, so he ended up being buried in the backyard. Whole thing, found the grave later when I was raking leaves. This is intense for you guys. This is pretty early. And so, long story short, yes, I used to think that I was seeing a ghost in my curtains. I thought that there was a cat ghost that was in my curtains. And what happened was I just needed glasses. Once I got glasses, I stopped seeing cats in my curtains. So I guess that's just the way it goes sometimes. I hope you're well today too. Yeah, but I was you know what? I don't know if any of you, when you were little, you prayed a lot. I would pray to God. I'd be like, God, just no ghosts. All right, I don't need that in my life. I don't need my grandpa visiting me. He's good. You had an extra player at hide and go seek in a cemetery as a teen. Oh man. Oh man. Hear me out. Have you ever had nasty looks at the PX when minding only your own business? Maybe, but it's all about how you interpret it. Sometimes I might be thinking, hey, they might just be looking at me going, man, I like her shoes, and I wish I had her shoes, but it would be inappropriate for me to pounce on her and steal her shoes. Oh, thank you, Asterix. Thank you. I hope everything turns around for you, and I'm glad that I'm able to help. You have a ghost in the store you work at. I worked at a movie theater. We had a ghost that was in the projection booth. I can't remember what they called it. Ghosts don't really mess with me. Ghosts aren't super interested in what I got going on, which is fine. What if what if your grandpa had the lottery numbers for the next lottery? My family played the lottery so much. I do not understand how I do not have a gambling addiction. I might just not understand how addictions work. But bear with me on this. Every day before school, I would be given a lottery ticket. A literal scratch-off lottery ticket. And a carton of iced tea. And a Crunch bar. Every day before school. Scratch-off lottery ticket. I was like 5. 5 all the way up. And I don't know how that didn't trigger something in my brain to where, oh, you know what? I probably transfer it to other things. I just don't know how I'm not living under a bridge right now, because there was like my family would play. This is something I don't understand. Did your grandparents ever play your birthday for the lottery? They'd be like, oh, it's your birthday, so I'm gonna play your birthday for the lottery. And then if it wins, who gets the cash? Who gets the money? I take a gamble every day on what I might find on my job or on my job when I go running. That's a good point. I do gamble with my life. Yeah, Danny, so you had the same thing they did in slots? Your mom made you scratch hers because she thought you were lucky. Then she won a ton of money at a casino. Like go to college money, and she blew it all the same weekend at the same casino. No, your mom blew that much money at the casino. You see how it's like, oh, man, there's so many things. If I go to a casino, I have a set amount of money, and I'm usually trying to get a different type of experience because I know that they're not gonna, like, it's definitely stacked against me. You got to think about. But it's so addictive, the way that they do it all. I don't like the new ones with all the noises and the videos. I like the old school poker ones because you can sit there for ages. My friend's grandma let us pick her numbers. We picked 1 to 6. They make like $50 scratch-offs now. Have you seen those? You go to a scratch-off. It used to be $1. You would $1 and you get that's your scratch-off ticket. Maybe you win 10, but most of the time you're not going to win anything. $50 on a scratcher? Mm-mm. No, ma'am. But my life was filled with gambling. So much gambling. And I loved it. And I loved as a kid to go up. They came out with those machines where you just put the money in and I would sneak up to them even though I wasn't 18. Take me down, Pennsylvania Lottery. You can't do it. You can't do it. Your grandma keeps winning thousands. Nice. Nice, nice. Someone is asking if I'm a lesbian or just a very angry librarian. Why can't I be both? There's $100 scratch-offs. Clarissa doesn't waste her money. You're smart. I just don't know why I'm not addicted to gambling, I guess. That's my question of the day. Let's see what else we can learn today that you can freak out your friends with. Welcome to school. Crazy facts. We need a good fact website. Thank you, Danny. Thank you. Thank you, Mama to Girls. Oh, you love watching me daily. You're very sweet. Thank you. I'm enjoying doing these. I think the weekends are good for the party ones. Like I did a lot of air frying yesterday. Your stepson won he won $250,000 on a scratcher. What did he do? Let's talk about what he did when he won $255,000. Let's talk about what he did when he won $250,000 on a scratch-off ticket. Did he immediately go, gotta go? Right? Crafting, you once spent $20, walked out with $234. Nice, you walked away quickly. That's great. Michelle, when your stepson won that money, were you immediately like, welcome to the family? In Japan, they use more paper to print manga than toilet paper. Wow. Just want to pay your student loans off? Yeah, I've thought about this, even though I'm not playing like lottery stuff. What I would do in the event of me winning a large sum of money. Let's say I win like $40 billion. What do? I immediately put whatever it is on my person, and I go to my husband, and I say, we have got to lock this down. Get the cat, get the Roombas. I'd take pictures of it, because then you're immediately a target as soon as somebody knows that you have that amount, because the lottery ticket could be anybody's. I guess you sign the back. I'll have to look into this. He didn't say a word, bought the tickets and loaded up the family. Oh, wow. I also have, should I tell you this? This is my secret for when if I'm ever attacked in public or private, just attacked in general. This is what I plan to do. They make fake lottery tickets. And if you scratch them, it says that you're a big winner. As a person, I fundamentally disagree with that, because that's a prank that will take somebody, it's not funny. It takes them on a roller coaster. They think that their life is infinitely better and they can pay off all their debts and help their family, and instead they're just like, in reality, all I have is a friend that's a scumbag. So I don't like the prank tickets. However, if you keep a prank ticket in your wallet and then you're being robbed, you're being mugged on the street, guy comes up to you and he's like, give me all your money. And I'm like, hey, it's 2023. Can I Venmo you? And he's like, give me your phone. Give me everything you got. And I'm like, wait a minute. Wait. Before you take everything, my dear dying mother gave me this scratch-off ticket. She gave me this scratch-off ticket, and she told me to scratch it. And look, I'll let you have whatever it is, but just let me scratch it because I'm on my way to the hospital. She's only got a few hours left. And then you scratch it, and then it says you win $1 million. And the attacker is so distracted, takes the lottery ticket, sprints off, and then you can disappear as well. What do we think? Yeah, you gonna try it? I've never been mugged, but there's still time. That's just what I think. Epic, you're not trying to get mugged though. Your husband has a whole plan for different scenarios. He is Latin and Greek and paranoid. I want to hear his scenarios. I'm all for that. I want to hear it. I want to hear all the ways that people have gotten out of being mugged creatively, diffuse the situation. It was only a few years ago that I learned the word de-escalate. What does that tell you? Okay. We need more facts. I need more facts for you to tell your friends. Wait a minute. Okay, in the 1800s, ketchup was used as medicine. What? What were the 1800s? Were any of you around then? Let's see if that's true. All right. Ketchup was medicine. In the 1830s, tomato ketchup was sold as a medicine that could cure ailments like diarrhea, indigestion, and jaundice. The idea was initially proposed by Dr. John Cook Bennett, an American physician, who later decided to sell the recipe in the form of tomato pills. Tomato pills. Can you imagine if you're like, oh, my stomach hurts, and somebody just, here, drink this. How much ketchup do you need? Hang on, Haley here has, my roommate was walking home and a guy held up a gun to her back and she said, that's just your finger, and she kept walking. Bam! Look up pea crabs. Okay. Where did I get my coat? It's my husband's coat. It's a military coat. You can buy them on eBay though. Mustard stops acid reflux and heartburn. How is ketchup made? The Folly Swifty wants to know how. Okay, let's find out how ketchup is made. Remember, I am Mrs. Rogers. How is ketchup made? Oh my sweet. This is a manufacturing report from Silverson. So I think they have to put this out to like legally maybe? Okay, breaking news. Tomato ketchup is a condiment made by mixing concentrated tomato paste with water, sugar, vinegar, salt, and seasoning. The tomato paste is typically manufactured using the hot break method. Pulp tomatoes are heated to 200 degrees Fahrenheit. Wait a minute. Ketchup is just hot tomato paste? With seasonings? I'll be darned. You can make your own ketchup. Maybe at some point we'll make our own ketchup. Mustard helps with heartburn. I'm gonna try it. Okay, how much ketchup? So, ketchup was invented for medicine. Do you think everything was just used for medicine? And a tomato pill. I wonder if you can still buy a tomato pill. Tomatoes were not widely accepted in European cuisine until the 18th century. I'll be darned. I don't know. My sofa is amazing. Is it vintage? No. It's from Goodwill. No, it's from Habitat for Humanity. But it's by Joybird. Joybird makes them. The mustard thing really works. You can buy a lycopene supplement, so maybe that's what they call it now, lycopene, instead of, because that's one of the vitamins that are in tomatoes. Cool. Fun fact, ketchup was used as medicine. Oh no! Boeing used potatoes to test their in-flight Wi-Fi. They use potatoes. Potatoes reflect and absorb Wi-Fi signals similarly to human bodies. The project is called SPUDS, Synthetic Personal Using Dialectic Substitution. They really wedged that in. So they wanted to see if our bodies could withstand it. Oh, Diana makes her own tomato paste. Nice. Oh, this is a fun fact. This is one that I already knew, so I don't want to be disingenuous here. Your brain hides your nose. Your brain is constantly seeing your nose, but your eyes filter it out because they're like, yeah, they see that all the time. They're like, we don't need to see this. We all have a little bit of gold in our body, okay? Peanut butter can be turned into diamonds. If there's anything I've learned is that there's not enough cool facts. Like, there's facts that people think are cool facts, and they're just not. They're not good enough. And I just want the world to try harder. Nope, this website's not good enough. I mean, Concordia University in Texas. Which seems like very Bible-y based facts. Ooh, 10 crazy facts that could save your life. Okay, don't fix your own microwave. Yeah, I wouldn't. I wouldn't do that. Hundreds of people, you should not repair your microwave due to the currents it can hold even when unplugged. Be careful if you smell fish or gas. Who doesn't know this? Sanitize means clean, nothing more. Oh. Do you want some hand cleaner? Hand sanitizer. Makes sense. Square meals came from the British Navy, 3 squares a day. The plates were square. Oh, the plates were square. That's cool. Universe expands 14.8 kilometers per minute. I can't conceptualize that. Like, how much is a kilometer this much? Okay, here's a good one. This is one that I've thought about every day of my life. If you are ever impaled, don't pull out the item. When I was little, my mom told me that if you're ever stabbed, you're really likely to die. She said you're more likely to die from being stabbed than if you're shot, and if you are stabbed, don't pull out the knife. And then she said, go to school. And I've thought about it every day. And I guess you need to have it in so that you can go to the hospital and they can do whatever magic they do. Oh, thank you, Ashley. 14.8 kilometers, 9.19 miles every day. Wow. Leave the item in place if you ever have an accident. Don't remove it without a medical professional. Could lead to more blood loss. Your odds of survival are much higher if you just leave it be. If any of you use any of these tips to help yourself later today, let us know. Write in. Yeah, I don't know what other advice your parents gave you. Mine was a lot of like, if you're stabbed, don't pull it out. She kept telling me that I had pica. She said if I eat dried spaghetti, it means I have pica. If you look up what pica is, it's eating things that aren't supposed to be eaten. And I would argue spaghetti, even in its dried form, is still food. Rhonda saved somebody's life at a club once. The knife will block the blood flow. If you remove the item, it will allow you to bleed out. Yeah, we don't want that. So leave. Oh, somebody just got stabbed, and they're going to leave the blade in while they drive yourself to the hospital. Please let us know. Please let us, now, I'm so glad this fact was so timely for you. Yours just gave you a lot of theoretical advice, nothing really physically useful. Both my parents are pretty unhinged. They would not admit that. I'm trying to think what other, like I had a group of people. So the stabbing thing really came about. I was pretty young, but then it really reared its ugly head because in middle school, I was like 12. I had one group of kids that were threatening to stab me because they said that I was gay, and one that said they were gonna hurt me because I was stealing their boyfriend. And if only those groups could have come together, you know? Just if they had had one meeting. So they were threatening me and online quite a bit, and my dad's solution to that was to take me to a flea market. And flea markets are where you can get anything. So he got his 12-year-old a stun gun. And so I walked around strapped. I walked around with a SpongeBob visor, aviators, and a stun gun. I looked awesome. Lived in the country. Couldn't play in the front yard because they were worried you'd be kidnapped. Oh, you can get so much at a flea market, especially flea markets in Pennsylvania. I met a guy that did drugs with Alice Cooper. I met, there's so many just weapons at flea markets. It feels like it should be better regulated. A crocodile can't stick its tongue out. Remarkably, I never stun gunned myself. Oh, don't pick up hitchhikers because they can put you in your trunk and set it on fire. The end. Cash. Yeah. I have a story about Paul McCartney. Paul McCartney, even in his fame, was picking up hitchhikers, and then he picked up one guy that made it real awkward and weird, and he was very concerned, and then he stopped. How great would it be to be picked up by Paul McCartney? Your parents would put you in the front yard in hopes you'd be kidnapped. I never had that. I'm sure my parents would have liked it, but they didn't put me in those scenarios. What other fun facts? They used to tell me that people were dead that weren't, so I was constantly surprised. I have them all written down. My mom threw a bag of kitty litter at me once. You know. Forgot the name of the jacket. You want to know the name of the jacket? I'll take it off and we will look. Parka, extreme cold weather, type N-3B. DJ Manufacturing Corporation. The Folly Swifty, yes. I was a stand-up comedian before I ever started doing any of these silly videos online. I go on tour. I travel. This year I'm going to Japan and Europe. Can you believe it? Me and my silly nonsense. Germs cause sickness, not cold. You can't touch your right shoulder with your right palm. Great, facts. Your dad picked up a hitchhiker 40 years ago, and it turned out that Interpol were searching Europe for him. Uh-oh. There's a comedian, a German comedian, Henning Bain, and he got picked up by Interpol. Thank you, Danny. I'll try to think of some more life advice that my parents gave me. It was all very confusing. I'm going to write this down because this is something that I want to talk about generally. Hang on here. Note to self. Talk about how being embarrassed ruins the world. Got it. A lot of people, especially parents, I mean, I don't know, I see this all the time, just in the way people react. If they feel like they're going to be embarrassed, they cannot handle it. Shame is it's so powerful to our brains. If you can get past getting embarrassed, you're so much further ahead than everybody else. I had family members that would tell me that they were embarrassed by something that I was doing, or they're like, you can't do that. What will people say? And then when I do it and it's successful, then it's suddenly, oh, we're so proud of you. I'm like, yeah. Did you? Got left behind at a gas station when you were 16, told my dad I was going to the bathroom. Oh my God. He took off, wasn't in the car, he was already 15 minutes away, and I was the one riding shotgun. What is it about dads? Do men have men definitely have different observational skills than women. I'm just going to generalize. Don't put water on a flaming pan. Right. This is a great fact that might save your life. Don't throw liquid on it. Throw a lid over the pan to smother it and take off the heat. Many people panic when they see fire and they leave the heat on. Don't leave the heat on. Turn the heat off as long as you can do it without touching it. Also, I keep baking soda by the stovetop because it's very likely I'm going to set something on fire. This is a fact I didn't know about. This is something that could save your life. If you crash into an electrical pole, stay inside. Immediately call 911 or your country's equivalent. Stay in the car. You could have downed an electrical wire and the wire will still be live. Assume the entire area around your vehicle is electrified. Only get out if there's immediate danger, such as a fire. When you exit the vehicle, make sure both feet touch the ground simultaneously. Only take small shuffling steps and ensure both feet are touching the ground at all times. Well, guys, how the heck are you going to remember that if you run into a pole? And I can't even say that is completely true. I don't know. Do we have any electricians on here? Anybody that can verify? Fire blankets are good to keep in your car. That's good. Or for your kitchen. Bruce, you're an electrician. Can you let us know if you run into a fire pole, if you run into an electrical pole? You're not interested. Okay. Thank you, Gina. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that, but I think if I've hit an so I have a little bit of a story about electrical poles. My grandparents had me come and clean out the leaves out of their gutters. I don't really like ladders to begin with, and it was super high up, and it was on slant, and I was like, fine. Went up there, and they were both arguing. I got these two 75-year-olds bickering with one another while holding the ladder, and I was like, guys, focus. And they're still arguing with one another, and I said, hey, if this ladder falls, I'm dead. And my grandpa said, if it falls, just grab the wire going to the house. That's real lack of appreciation for somebody that's cleaning out your gutters, isn't it? Grab the electrical shocky shock wire. Rob is an electronics tech. If you run into a pole, the body of the car can protect you. Stay inside unless it's on fire. All right, we got confirmation from Rob. Stay inside. Hi, Kiana. Your husband hasn't noticed that you cut your hair short. Helpful granddad, yeah. Just grab that sparky pole. Oh, here's a great one. Get the rabies vaccine if a rabid animal bites you. Yeah. Delegate during emergencies. Know how to administer naloxone and be honest. I have no idea what that is. Check for glowing eyes on the dark highways. Yep, because that's going to be a deer. Oh, God, have you ever seen the picture of a baby's skull before they lose their baby's teeth? It's horrific. Don't Google it. It's so gross. It's so gross. That's the name of the show. Don't Google it. About 7% of all the humans who have ever lived are alive today. Really? 7%? EMS training. We're saying over on YouTube, stay inside of the car. Okay, this is great. Species of shark that can live for 500 years. Some turkeys can spontaneously impregnate themselves through a process called parthenogenesis. Parthenogenesis. You can have a turkey farm and they're just spontaneously impregnating themselves? Why isn't that in the Bible? It's also possible for plants, bugs, and some fish. Well, Mary, maybe you're a fish. It's Red Squirrel. Hi, Red. We're just learning facts. Red, if you ever are driving and you hit an electrical pole, stay inside your car. Also, if you're ever stabbed, don't pull out the knife. That's what we've learned today. It's rare. We had a turkey. You had a turkey, Tom. Chanel says, Red Squirrel. Red's here. The party's here. Get this party started. Human children don't have kneecap bones until they're around 3 years old. Gross. Get some kneecaps, babies. If you drop silly putty from a great height, it'll shatter instead of bounce. Nobody's doing that. Bad fact. I don't care about neutron stars. Nintendo was founded in 1889. Okay, but not really. There weren't like early settlers out there with the joysticks, you know? I want proper. Give me proper facts. A bear that fought with Poland in World War II was promoted to the rank of corporal. One 18-inch pizza is more pizza than two 12-inch pizzas. Math. I don't want math facts. These are bad facts. Give me good facts. This birthday fact, everybody's got the... I won't have it. Maybe there's not enough crazy facts in the world. Did you know that apparently your shoes are the first thing people subconsciously notice about you? Mickey and Minnie's Mouse's voices got married in real life. That's a cute fact. Maybe we need to narrow it down. Eiffel Tower gets taller in the summer. There you go. Red Squirrel coming in hot with a fact. Thank you, Magoo. You're very sweet. Maybe we need to just be specific. Crazy facts about Bears beats Battlestar Galactica. In the age of the interwebs, we've Googled most of the cool facts. Yeah. I'm concerned that there's not... Anyone know how to clean up glitter? How to clean up glitter. That's a great... okay, use tape. Duct tape, masking tape, scotch tape can be used to pick up loose glitter from skin, clothes, and surfaces. There you go. Tape yourself up. Merry Maids. You can use a lint roller as well. You can use a vacuum cleaner, but and a damp cloth. So there you go. I feel like I've given you plenty of, tape party. Invite people over, have some tape. Did you know that your grandmother carried you in her womb? This is a fact that actually got me into an argument once that really peeved me off. Red says, we spend a year on the toilet in an average lifetime. My goodness. Oh, that's a disgusting fact, Stace. People go number 2 in the lines at Disneyland so often they have a work detail assigned specifically for it. People go number 2 in line at Disneyland because the lines are so long? What? Okay. I'm now distracted. Disneyland. Okay. No. Oh my God. Okay. The San Francisco Gate.com. It's true. People do go number 2. I don't like the P word. I'm not here for it. Used to be an urban legend. Somebody let their kid go to the bathroom on the floor and then they just walked out and left it. People are gross. There's a book. 2 former Disneyland custodial team workers have written about this unsavory topic in their book, Cleaning the Kingdom, Insider Tales of Keeping Walt Stream Spotless. And they call it Human Code H. Code H, according to the authors, originally referring to horse crap, and now, I have a husband. What time is it? It's 11:17.
You had a thing at noon. I thought you were trying to come a little earlier.
Yeah, I just lost track of time. Well, did you know that there's you're about to eat, but in Disneyland, they have a whole team of people that are in charge of cleaning up after people go number 2 in line.
Oh my God.
Horrible facts. Human Code H.
I could go on probably the rest of my life without knowing that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot you can picture things.
Oh.
This is life. This is life. The invisible husband arrives. Yes. I feel like we've learned a lot today. We've learned about Disney World. We've learned about, there was some space facts. The Disney one really just took me for a loop. You're still drinking Big Red because of Saturday's Live? Thank you. I guess I'm gonna go eat lunch. Oh, electricity. What did we learn? Oh, if you ever run into, this is an important fact. If you ever you're driving, you have an accident, you run into an electrical pole. What would you do?
Run into the wires on the car.
You drove into the electrical pole. You have no insight over what else is happening.
Dial 911.
Okay. Are you getting out of the car or staying in the car?
Stay in the car in case there's electric over top. Yeah, the wheels.
I did not know that your instincts were that good. I would have gotten out of the car, but don't. You're supposed to stay in the car unless it catches on fire. It's part of EMT training.
Oh, yeah.
Learn about the electricity.
Now, if the car was in the middle of the street and we had all the rubberneckers, I think I might take a chance and get the heck out of there.
Oh, because you were worried they were going to hit you?
Yeah.
That fly is over there on the window. That's what you're looking for. Rest in peace. Women blink almost twice as much as men. Yeah. Is that true? I don't know. I think I blink a lot. I'm not adverse to blinking. I'm going to leave you with this today. Don't do things because other people want you to do them. If something's embarrassing to you, lean into it. See what happens. Push yourself into that next stratosphere. Who knows? Right? We don't need to care what other people think. Screw them. And remember that lottery ticket thing. Oh yeah, we learned don't remove the knife if you're stabbed or you bleed out. Don't remove the knife.
What about pushing an arrow all the way through?
Pushing an arrow all the way through your body. Well, You can't give me something I gotta fact check now.
Okay, next time.
Next time, we're gonna look up if you push. So if any of you get shot by an arrow, Google it. Okay? All right. All right, I'll talk to you later. Thanks for hanging out. Bye. Bye, bye, bye. Meow, 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 meow.